Hi, in this lecture, let's see how to hatch within the column. As a first step, I'll create a layer. I'll start from the 0 layer and I'll say this is hatch underscore column. And I'll leave the color and the line type as it is. And the line weight, I'm going to set it to 0.18 mm and we'll activate that layer as a current layer. Done. Now, I'm going to do this in two methods. The method number one is going to be very faster, and for that what I'm going to do is first I'm going to isolate all the columns using lay ISO command. Done. Now note down the column layer becoming as a activated layer, so I'll change it again. I'll turn on the hatch column and I'll activate the hatch column layer as a current layer. Now let's apply hatch using the H enter. For example, I'll select the solid hatch pattern. And I can use this select option and I'll select all the columns and hit enter. Done. Now the hatch pattern is applied to all the columns. Now for example, if you want to change, I can simply select the hatch pattern and I can change the pattern to this one. And if you want to change the scale, for example 20, and I'll say close hatch editor. Now see, everywhere I'm having the hatch pattern. So this is the method number one. It is very fast and easy. Now if you want to take all the elements back, I can say lay on. So using the lay on command, I can turn on all the layers. But here it is turning on image of the land survey plan as well. Now as a solution, what we can do is we can search that particular layer and we can turn it off. But every time we cannot do this one. So what we can do in the sense, instead of on and off the image, I can turn it on and I can freeze it. If you use freeze, what happens is using the lay on command, you cannot take it back. So now let's try that. Okay, for example, I will say I'm going to say lay ISO enter and I'll select the column and hit enter. This is what we did earlier. Then I'll try lay on again. Now if you do lay on now, so using the lay on command, all the turned off layers are getting back to on. So now my image is not off layer, it is freeze layer, so it will not come back. So that is one more thing that we learned here. Now anyhow, this is the method number one to apply hatch pattern. So this is the fastest way, but there's a problem here. For example, if you select one of the hatch pattern, actually it is selecting the whole hatch pattern as one object. Now if you are looking for more control drawing, or the hatch pattern should be separate, then in this case, if you try to explode this one, I'll say X enter to explode this one. Now what happens is it is exploded as a piece of lines. That is making the things even worse. So I'll undo all the way back. I'm going to select this hatch pattern. See, all the hatch pattern is selected as one. And if I delete, everything is gone. Now if you are looking for individual hatch pattern application, in that case, you can apply individually. I can say H enter and I'll select this option and we'll select one of the column only one column. We'll select the pattern and the scale. I'll say close hatch creation. My layer is wrong, so I'll assign this to the correct layer. Hatch column. Done. Now what I can do is I can copy the hatch pattern. I can paste individually from here to here and here to here, and I'll copy again. I'll select all the hatch patterns and then paste at all the intersection as we develop the column and footing. Then we can erase whatever the hatch pattern that we don't want. So I can select all of them like this and hit delete. Now this is also the same, but here we are doing some additional work. Okay, this is not faster as previous, but this is what more control. You have individual hatch pattern for each and every column. Okay, that's great. We have completed the foundation layout in imperial example using feet and inches method. I'm going to start foundation layout with a different example in metric units, that means in millimeters. You're going to learn something new things over there. So let's continue with the next lecture.